ANC is holding a local government workshop at the Birchwood Hotel in Ekurhuleni. This comes as the party gathers to review the coalition arrangements in some areas. The party is likely to pronounce its stance after the workshop. SABC News reporter Samkele Maseko is on the story and joins us live for more. Samkele, good morning to you. What are we expecting to see happening there at the Birchwood Hotel this morning?
Well, Naledi, the president of the ANC will open this ANC local government summit for the next 2 days just after 10 o'clock this morning, which would be around 10:30 going to 11 o'clock. The president of the ANC will open this particular local government summit, looking into the various local government issues within the country, looking into the district development model, and also looking at the coalition governments in the metros in the country. I'm going to bring in Dada Morero, who is the chairperson of the ANC in the Greater Johannesburg region, also the MMC of Finance in the city of Johannesburg. Mr. Morero, just the essence of local government and where you are at currently, looking at the coalition governments and arrangements within Gauteng. How will this collaborative governance issues be helping the ANC come about with a constructive way of dealing with some of the challenges at a local government level?
Well, thank you, Samkele. I think the workshop is intended to look at what are critical interventions that the ANC needs to do in ensuring, one, this service delivery in local government, two, we are able to stabilize local government in the environment, of course, of coalitions within Gauteng and all other places where you do have coalitions. So what is the preoccupation today is how do we bring about decisive interventions in ensuring that one, service delivery does happen, two, financial positions of local government is improved. So those are some of the issues that we think the workshop will be focused on.
As an MMC of Finance, many municipalities are suffering with revenue generation. You look at the city of Johannesburg, it had financial challenges. You go to Tshwane, they've got financial challenges. Go to Ekurhuleni, they've got financial liquidity challenges. How do you resolve the issue of this financial mismanagement and also tax and residences not paying their rates in these municipalities?
Well, you might be aware that in Johannesburg we have already implemented a program in which we are going to communities to call on communities to ensure that they do pay for the services that have been provided. But I can also say that where I'm responsible in Johannesburg, we have now increased our collection rate. We are now sitting at about 88%, of course with an ambitious program to reach a 90% collection rate by the end of October. So there are processes and systems that we have put in place to ensure that we stabilize our finances. So I think we're on a good track. However, this conference has to help us to normalize the financial position of other municipalities which are in serious and dire crisis. So we want to do so. So we hope conference or the workshop will give us some proposals and suggestions towards ensuring financial sustainability of our municipalities.
Mr. Morero, there's been a letter by Chongzizo and Tlabati criticizing the issues of the relationship the ANC has with the economic freedom fighters, saying that it does not serve the interests of the ANC. You are in an AFF voting arrangement in Johannesburg. How would you characterize the ANC's current coalition arrangements in Gauteng?
Well, our current coalition in Johannesburg with the ANC and the EFF is working very well. We have no contradictions that suggest that we're not working well. If there are issues in other regions, I think it's for the provincial leadership and the national leadership to pronounce on. But at the local level in Johannesburg, we've got a very smooth relationship with the parties that we're in coalition with.
Thank you very much. That is Mr. Dada Morero, who is also the chairman of the ANC in Johannesburg and also the MMC of Finance within that economic hub of the country, the city of gold. We have seen a number of leaders of the ANC who have arrived here for this specific meeting. You can see the provincial secretary of the ANC in Mpumalanga, Muzi Ichirwa. I also saw Pegimtolo, the provincial secretary of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal. But this particular workshop is being run by Mr. Parkstar, who is an ANC NEC member and also the Deputy Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs within the country. Mr. Tau, just to quickly steal you here, two questions. The basis and the thesis of this local government summit, why did you call it?
Well, essentially, it's part of a program of the National Executive Committee to intervene in local government to address the challenges that our local municipalities are facing. Some of these are as a result of decisions at a national level There are about decisions that are made by agencies at national government that impact on services in municipalities. Some of it has to do with intergovernmental debts that have to be resolved. Some of these issues have to do with the reality of governance at the municipal level. So we're looking at the issues comprehensively. We're presenting the decisions of the National Executive Committee to the delegates and indicating what steps would be taken over the next few months to intervene decisively in the areas where there are challenges in local government.
How do you intervene in areas where you are not dominant and you are in coalition arrangements, like in Johannesburg, Tshwane, Ekurhuleni, and Nelson Mandela Bay?
Well, that would certainly be part of the conversation. We have a dedicated conversation to coalition governance and how we interface with coalition governance as the ANC, and identifying challenges with those that are practically on the ground, dealing with these problems and interfacing with other political parties. So it's part of the conversation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Parkstaff. That is Mr. Parkstaff, who is an ANC NEC member, who will be leading this particular local government summit with the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Thembi Nkadimeng. The program will officially be opened by the President of the ANC. Then later on in the evening, it will be closed by the Deputy President of the ANC, Paul Mashatile, who also heads the deployment committee of the party.